At last, after 10,000 years, I've finally switched discs! Time to conquer Metal Gear Solid! And that's basically what happened between the last part and this one. Disc changing on an emulator is sometimes terrible. And also, I brought up this mission log because they made a typo here. We've actually been playing as a badly drawn Sonic meme all along. Yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, so we've reached the facility which houses Metal Gear. We don't know how far down it actually is, but hey, we've gotten this far. Why complain about distance? A little more walking won't kill us, right? Well, actually, this is the smelting facility, and yeah, it's instant death, as you might imagine. Speaking of instant death, this'll probably kill you the first time through. You're gonna want to crouch here and absolutely make sure that you're not walking when this thing passes by, because it'll kind of hit you into the magma. I don't know what the melted metal. Let's just go with that. I'm not sure if there's a specific word for it. Can't think of it, so whatever. But yes, it'll kill you if that wasn't obvious. Might not be. And of course, we've got our brilliant disguise. Nobody will ever suspect that there's a man hiding under this box, which should probably be on fire right about now. I mean, it's got a blue stripe, so that must mean it's cool, right? Unless that's a purple stripe. Box, have you been lying to me? Thought that was a blue stripe, but if it's a purple stripe... oh boy, if I learn I've been playing as a great box all along, I'm not going to be happy. So for some reason there's no guardrail over here. I don't know why that is. Like, this seems like the worst idea to make this place so insecure. It doesn't really seem like a good idea to do that sort of thing. I mean, we're dealing with the Genome Soldiers. I mean, they're not bright at all. It's not even halfway. They are stupid. All of them. I bet they've lost like 10 guys just by not having guardrails there. They've all fallen to their deaths, and then as they scream, all the other guards go, huh, what was that noise? Whose footprints are these? Who's that melting over there? There are some rations over there, but it's really easy to accidentally fall into the melted metal. Yeah, I've done that a bunch of times. Can't really sidle over there. I think you can crawl and grab them, but I don't know how that would even work. Basically, just don't go after them at all, that's what I'm trying to say, because you'll probably be killed. This is also a bit of a hidden room right here. Not really a fan of this one, because I swear the perspective's off, or at least it is when I first came in here. Once you know that some of the steam is actually coming from the ceiling and can't really hurt you, it's not really a problem. It's easy to differentiate height here, I'm just dumb. There's also a little hidden area over here as well. Of course, you do have to be careful because, well, it's kind of hard to avoid these cameras. Also, they're gun cameras, since no guard will be able to reach over here. I'm sure they were normal cameras beforehand, but again, Genome Soldiers, pretty stupid, so there's probably, I don't know, some rat or something that went by and activated them, and all the guards just came running, and, well, they all just fell off like lemmings off a cliff, or the rumor that happens, or whatever. Basically, they all died, that's what I'm getting at. Thankfully, though, this room isn't all that long, which is good because I'm sure Snake doesn't care for it, having to wear that tight sneaking suit while, you know, melted metal right there. Kinda fairly hot. I don't know how you'd make it through that without dying. These guards must change shifts constantly, I'm guessing. So I guess someone was using the elevator recently because it's just now coming up, but I wonder who it could be. Probably just some guards trying to get out of here. I mean, I could totally understand being on this floor and then going down, given the next floor is quite a bit more tolerable. Well, I think it's 2 floors down, actually. Basically, this place is really deep.
There he is!
And that's his only reaction to the cool as hell guards making stupid noises. Okay, so this is a bit different from the other elevator battle because, well, these guys are kind of visible, not that the invisibility really helped the other guys, but There is actually a lot more space on this elevator, which doesn't really help you at all, because, like the invisible guys, the best way to go about this is to get these guys to group together, and of course, as it should be obvious, kind of hard to do that when there's plenty of space for them to run off. At the same time, though, it's really easy to kick them off the elevator, which, I'll be honest, I didn't actually want to do. I kind of wanted their items, especially after how much I'm getting hit. But, yeah, I kind of kicked these guys off the elevator repeatedly. Did it multiple times, but hey, it's my fault that bullets don't kill them that much. See this guy? I shoot him a whole bunch. Look at that. Lots of bullets. Lots of bullets in his spine. But he still refuses to die. I tried to not kill him by throwing him off the elevator, but the man just refused to die. In hindsight, I probably should have just choked him to death, but by this point I was just getting annoyed, so off he goes. And after all that, all the guards get squished. They were probably already dead after the impact, but, yeah, I think one or two of those guys are smushed under the elevator. It's not really a pleasant way to go at all. That is the worst security camera because, of course, you can't see it because we're being jammed now. It's right at the corner, so it's hard to see. You can hear it, and that's pretty much your only hint. But you can't really get by it without chaff grenading it, or, well, actually you can. You can just sidle up on the, against the wall there and you'll get past it. But it's got a damn good range. Okay, who's laughing at that? Who, working at Konami, decided it would be hilarious to do that? Seriously, that is basically the biggest dick move. Okay, so you have no map whatsoever, and you need to be wary of mines all the way down here, where there shouldn't be mines because there's no place to bury them. You can't just make mines invisible, Kojima. I bet that was your idea, wasn't it? You have to bury them. This is a solid surface. You can't put mines under there. It's impossible. How do you do that? Anyway, now I'm going to be paranoid about mines forever. Thanks, game. And when I said that camera had a good range, it sometimes shot at me when I'm all the way over here, so I'm kind of paranoid about that thing. I really don't like that camera. I guess to be fair, there is a good hint in that there is sound, I'll acknowledge that, but there's not really that many obstacles that are sound-based in this game, and you never really have to use that to find any other cameras, so it's kind of just there one time. I'm fairly certain you can shoot these ravens or blow them up or something, but I didn't have any luck. You can't aim in first person in this game, so it's kind of hard to hit them. It does actually change a tiny little bit in a cutscene that's coming up soon. Not much, it's just like a line of dialogue that appears, I believe, but yeah, I wasn't able to get a good shot. Also, I think if you shoot too many animals of any variety... How did I miss that? If you shoot too many animals of any variety, Colonel will actually yell at you, which is kind of rare. He gets kind of annoyed if you shoot random animals. And not because he likes the animals, just because you're doing something pointless.
I've got something to tell you about Naomi Hunter.
What about her?
Is this conversation secure?
Don't worry, the monitor's off.
Okay.
What's up?
I was in the FBI too, you know.
I didn't know that. What's your point?
Dr. Hunter's story about her background, about her grandfather being an assistant secretary to Hoover in the FBI.
Yeah.
And then going undercover to investigate the Mafia in New York.
Yeah, what about it?
It was all a big lie.
What did you say?
It was really bothering me. Why would she lie about it?
She lied.
She might be a spy.
Ridiculous.
Come on, even a high school student could see past it. The head of the FBI at that time, Edgar Hoover, he was a well-known racist. Didn't Naomi say that her father was Japanese?
Yeah.
Well, back then, there wasn't a single Asian investigator. Also, in the 1950s, the undercover mafia sting operations hadn't even started yet. They first started in 1960, in Chicago, not New York.
But
You better check it out. The chief and the president mysteriously dying, and that ninja? Too many strange things are happening.
are you saying that Naomi might be behind it?
I don't know. Either that, or she's working with the terrorists.
Could it be?
If I find out anything, I'll call. In the meantime, be careful.
And this must be so much better after the hot room. I would just be so relieved by this. In fact, I actually roleplayed here. I stuck myself in an oven for the first section, and here I stuffed myself in a freezer. I am psychotic, actually. I tried to shoot ravens here, but they were right above my head, so I couldn't get them with a sniper rifle either. So this is cold storage. I don't know what you'd have to... I don't know why you'd need cold storage here, of all places. I guess you'd need various parts for Metal Gear, but why do they have to be frozen exactly? I mean, there's a reason that there are hot and cold rooms, but, yeah, I don't really get why they'd put this here. Just, you know, other than the fact that it would be a good break area after the above floor.
Welcome, Cossack. This is the end of the road for you. Right, my friends? Listen, they agree. Ravens aren't scavengers like most people think. They're simply returning to the natural world, that which is no longer needed. Sometimes they even attack wounded foxes.
You were the one in the M1 tank? Must have been a tight fit for a big boy like you.
But that was no true battle. The Ravens and I were testing to see what kind of man you were. The judgment is decided. The Ravens say you are a true warrior.
Am I hallucinating? I can't move.
The Raven has put the mark of death upon you. Blood from the east flows within your veins. Your ancestors too were raised on the barren plains of Mongolia. Inuit and Japanese are cousins to each other. We share many ancestors, you and I.
I don't have any crows in my family tree.
You jest, but indeed ravens and snakes are not the best of friends. Nevertheless, you will make a worthy adversary. You live in Alaska too. You know of the World Eskimo Indian Olympics?
Yeah, I know it. Must be a real threat in the muck-duck eating contest.
Yes, you are right. But there is another event that I excel at. It is called the ear pull. It is an event where two opponents pull each other's ears while enduring the harsh cold. It tests spiritual as well as physical strength.
You want to pull each other's ears?
The form is different, but the spirit is the same. Rejoice, Snake! Ours will be a glorious battle.
This isn't glorious. It's just plain killing. Violence isn't a sport.
Well, we'll see if there's iron in your words.
Da-da-da-da-da-ding. Okay, so for some reason he doesn't start in front of us, but that's kind of a good thing because, you see that range, you see that gun, you don't want to be standing in front of him. This is a battle of traps, mostly. Basically, anything indirect you can use it. I think you can shoot him in the back, but honestly I wouldn't take that risk. Claymores are pretty good, but at the same time you kind of have to depend on him going your way. You can't come in close, but you are kind of risking it if you stay too close to him. You can also use C4, but you do also have to keep it in range for that. Nikitas are probably one of the best options for this. However, he does react to the missiles, if you noticed. He did have the little exclamation mark. If you don't sneak up on him well enough, he will actually shoot down your Nikita missiles, so this can be a bit of a difficult battle. It's fairly easy to stay out of his way as long as you keep on your toes. The most difficult part about using a Nikita is pretty much the fact that it doesn't actually follow the radar, so you kind of have to aim blind or know where he is ahead of time, but this room is kind of repetitive. I mean, it's just a bunch of squares and hallways, so it can be difficult locating him, even if you sort of know where he is beforehand. I think grenades might also work, but again, that's kind of risky because he'll probably move, so I wouldn't really suggest that too much. If you're fine staying close to him, claymores are probably the best option, though he can turn at a moment's notice, which is the biggest problem. In addition, he can also blow up these crates. That will actually put some debris in the way of you, so it'll be harder to get about the place, and that's not really a good thing, if you couldn't guess. You definitely want all the space you can to move around, because otherwise, yeah. Also, be wary of the mines you place down. Thank goodness I have the mine detector, otherwise this would be very bad. Yeah, see, I don't think he's actually going to go down this way. Yeah, wait. Oh! That didn't work at all. So yes, he went down the left instead of just straight down. That's what I mean when placing claymores can be problematic. You don't really want a situation like that. You can't have just a bunch of claymores sticking around where you don't really need them. And of course I went the wrong way. I started this battle so well, but now it's kind of going slowly. You probably don't want to lay claymores down around you, since it'll be hard to avoid him if he comes your way. I mean, now if he comes towards me, and if I were to place one above me, then, you know, I'd have pretty good coverage. If he came towards me at all, he'd totally step on a claymore. But, yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all. In fact, I've kind of trapped myself here in general, because, I could end up crossing his path if I go down the wrong way, and my only escape is down and to the left, both of which are covered by mines. You do have to be very aware of basically the entire layout for this battle. It's not a difficult one, in all honesty. You just need to think fast, basically. If he's coming down the corridor, place a claymore, and, well, don't even expect that to work all the time. Oh yeah, that's one of the worst parts. I didn't really know where he was, and he was moving around, which just made things worse. Oh yes, and I also forgot, the debris will actually stop your Nikita missiles. Oh boy. If you hit him, you do have a little time to get away, but not much, as you saw there. Kinda ended up getting shot a bunch anyway. That's not really that good. Especially since I don't have the bulletproof vest on, since I kinda have to keep track of my claymores. Or maybe I don't. Good job, dude. Congratulations on not dodging that at all. Come on. Pretty sure I placed one over there, right? No? Oh, damn. If there's one thing I'm bad at, it's awareness. I am bad at memorizing things. Oh dear! I win?
Just as the boss said, it is my existence which is no longer needed in this world. But my body will not remain in this place. My spirit and my flesh will become one with the ravens. In that way, I will return to Mother Earth who bore me. Snake! I will be watching you. Understand? Snake, take this security card. It will open that door.
Why?
You are a snake which was not created by nature. You and the boss. You are from another world. A world that I do not wish to know. Go and do battle with him. I will be watching from above. First, I'll give you a hint. The man who you saw die before your eyes.
What is it?
That was not the DARPA chief. It was Decoy Octopus, a member of Foxhound. He was a master of disguise. He copied his subjects down to the blood. So he drained the chief's blood and took it into himself. But he wasn't able to deceive the Angel of Death.
The Angel of Death. But why go to so much trouble? Why impersonate the chief?
That is the end of my hint. You must solve the rest of the riddle yourself. Snake, in the natural world, there's no such thing as boundless slaughter. There's always an end to it. But you are different.
What are you trying to say?
The path you walk on has no end. Each step you take is paved with the corpses of your enemies. Their souls will haunt you forever. You shall have no peace. Hear me, Snake. My spirit will be watching you.
He just ran out of the room. They didn't need him that quickly. Well, that's over and done with. What is it, Master?
Snake, it's me.
Master.
It's about Naomi. Turn your monitor off.
What about Naomi?
Colonel, is Naomi there?
No, she's away. She's taking a short nap. So what is this about Naomi?
Okay, maybe we'd better let the Colonel hear this too.
Yeah. Go on, Master.
Well, basically, Dr. Naomi Hunter is not Dr. Naomi Hunter at all.
What?
I thought her story of her background sounded kind of fishy, so I checked it out.
And?
There is an actual Dr. Naomi Hunter, or I should say, there was one. But she's not the woman we know. The real Naomi Hunter disappeared somewhere in the Middle East. Our Naomi must have somehow obtained her identification papers.
So then who is she really?
She must be some kind of spy.
A spy?
Yes. Maybe she's been sent to sabotage this operation.
Are you saying she's with the terrorists?
I don't want to believe it either, but she is working for Foxhound.
So you think she had a part in the uprising?
Or she could be working with some different group altogether.
Different group? It couldn't be.
Place her under arrest.
What?
She's betrayed us. She needs to be arrested and interrogated to find out who she's with.
If she's one of their spies, then we're in big trouble.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Have you let her in on some kind of vital secret or something? Does this have anything to do with the mysterious deaths of the DARPA chief and the Armstech president?
I have no idea.
Anyway, we cannot allow her to participate any further in this mission.
Wait a minute. Without her, we can't complete this mission.
I knew it. You're hiding something.
Give me some time. I'll try to get it out of her.
Hurry then. We've got to figure out who she is and what she's doing here.
I understand. Snake, give me some time.
I don't have any time left for you.
That's why I'm ending this call immediately. That's right, I hung up on him. Oh, fuck, I gotta call Mei Ling.
Naomi wasn't acting strangely or anything?
No, I just can't believe that Naomi's an enemy spy. I refuse to accept that.
I don't want to believe it either, but
Don't say it, Snake.
And now proverb today. This is serious situation because, oh no, Naomi might be evil. I'm so sad about that. No, I'm not at all.